What's up everybody, Brandon Johnson here again, and today we're taking a look at the classic old-time tune, Fischer's Hornpipe. Now this is one of the most well-known and popular traditional fiddle tunes out there, and it's truly a fiddle tune in the sense that it was written for the fiddle, and it was written at a time when the fiddle was the primary melodic instrument, and that was in the 18th century. And a hornpipe in this context, as you might have guessed, refers to a specific type of reed instrument, actually a rather obscure reed instrument called a pibcorn. And this was a type of instrument that originated in Wales, and it shares some similarities to the traditional Scottish bagpipe in its construction. And in addition to that, hornpipe also refers to a certain kind of dance that was fashionable in the United Kingdom and Ireland in the 18th century. So not only is this a quintessential fiddle tune that's very well known, it's also steeped in some very interesting history as well. And we're going to be playing this song out of the key of G with no capo, and there's really a lot of chord motion to this, so we're also going to be covering the rhythm and the chords in this lesson as well. So I hope you enjoy this one, and let's check it out. All right, let's take a look at the first part of Fischer's Hornpipe now. So what's interesting about this is it has a kind of a long pickup measure, or a riff measure kind of going into the A part here. We call it riffing on the octave, because what we're really doing is we're just playing the root note here with a hammer on from the 4th fret to the 5th fret D. That's going to be with our middle finger and our ring finger on a downstroke. And then we're going to start the actual riffing here. We're going to riff on this 5th fret D. We're going to play 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, followed by a pause, and then another 3, and then another 3. So the notes are fairly easy here, but the timing is important, and this is a common lead-in to these kinds of traditional tunes that you might hear on other songs as well. Then you'll see that 3rd fret B. We're going to catch that with our index finger on a downstroke. And that's going to lead into the first measure here of the A part, which is going to start on the 3rd fret high E. We're also going to play that with our index finger. So if you notice there, coming out of that riff section, we've got 3 downstrokes in a row. Down, down, down. So we've got 3 downstrokes in a row leading into the first measure of the A part. And then the actual melodic head of this song, kind of the melodic theme, is going to start here. So we've got our 3rd fret high E, 3rd fret B, 4th fret G, and then open G. This is a classic G major arpeggio that we're playing here, and we're playing this with our index finger, rolling down with our index finger again to catch that 3rd fret B, and then with our middle finger, 4th fret G to open. Then from there, we're going to move down here to our first position, to our 1st fret B. On a downstroke, we're going to hit 1st fret B, open high E, 3rd fret B, 1st fret B, and then open B. This is a long kind of unbroken chain of 16th notes here. Then here we're going to catch, after that open B, we're going to catch an open G on an upstroke, open B on a downstroke, 3rd fret B, 1st fret B, and then open high E. We're going to finish that out with the 3rd fret B, 1st fret B. So we've got an interesting kind of, this is called scale folding, or the notes are kind of folding into each other here to create a really interesting kind of melodic presentation. Then going into measure number 2 there, you'll see that open B, open G, open B again. So we're kind of repeating some of the motion that we did in the first measure here. 3rd fret B, 1st fret B, and here we're going back up to that high E, 3rd fret B, 1st fret B to open, except this time that open B is going to be over an A chord. And then here it gets a little bit different. We're going to play 2nd fret G to open B, and then 2nd fret G over the D chord there. It's a little bit of a turnaround. And then we've got our 3rd fret B to kind of launch back into that phrase again. So we're actually going to be kind of changing positions a couple times here, but nothing too extreme, just from the 1st position to the 2nd position here. Okay, let's play measures 1 and 2, including the pickup, all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Looking at the second half now, measures 3 and 4, you'll notice that measure 3 is identical to measure number 1. So the melody is going to repeat here in measure number 3. And then going into measure number 4, we have a turnaround measure, a D to a G. And we're going to play an open B, 3rd fret B, 3rd fret high E, 3rd fret B, and then we're going to launch into a little bit of a kind of transition run here. We're going to play 2nd fret high E, so I'm moving from my ring finger on the B string to my index finger on the high E string. 3rd fret, 5th fret, back to 2, and then 3rd fret high E, followed by a quarter note at the end there. We're only playing that when we repeat, and you'll see how we lead into kind of the B part here. All right, let's play the second half of the A part now, measures 3 and 4, all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right, now let's play the A part start to finish with the pickup all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2.